Hi there, this is Daren and Will from War Cradle Studios, and this is the first of our Wild West Exodus playthrough videos. In this video we'll be looking at the basic movement actions within the game and how to resolve them on the tabletop. Movement plays a big part in the Wild West Exodus game, as your posses will be capturing objectives around the table, diving for cover and all sorts of other awesome things. So let's get that nailed first. So we have a scenario for today, and in this scenario Jesse's broken out of jail and needs to get out of town before the alarm is raised. Now to do this he needs to stay out of sight. So, to kick off, we're going to draw Jesse's action card. What you got, Will?
So Jesse has pulled a 1 action card.
Ah, awesome. So not the best action card in the world, but it should do for this purpose. So, this means Jesse gets to do one thing, and in this instance he wants to move into cover quick. As Wild West Exodus allows pre-measuring, we can check to see how far Jesse can move before committing.
So Jesse is 6 inches away from the first box.
Excellent stuff. So, to find out how far Jesse can move, we'll need to look at his card. All game attributes are located within the attribute barrel on the card. In this instance, we're going to use Q. Q stands for quickness and is a measure of how far Jesse can move across the table in inches.
So, as we're looking at Jesse's card, we can see that he has a quickness of 6.
So, looks like Jesse has enough quickness to make it to the first box. So, to move our miniature, we're going to measure from the front of the base. And then we're going to move our miniature to the end, ensuring that no part of the model's base moves further than his quickness.
So Jesse is going to move 6 inches from his current location to the box.
Done.
And no further than 6.
Done. Okay, so it's time for the second turn. So we're going to draw Jesse's action card.
So Jesse this time has drawn a 2 action point card.
Slightly better than the last time. So Jesse's going to check the distance to the next piece of cover.
So from the front of his base, the next piece of terrain is 8 inches away.
Okay, so we have a problem there. That's further than his quickness. So no problem. Actions can be focused for an additional action point. Focusing an action adds +2 to any check. In this case, increasing Jesse's quickness from 6 to 8, allowing him to make it to the next piece of cover.
Let's get Jesse on the move. So he's got 8 inches from this cover to the next piece of cover.
Okay, so Jesse's made it about halfway across the table, so it's time for the third turn. So we're going to draw Jesse's action card.
So Jesse has again pulled another 2 action points.
Okay, now let's hope it's enough. So once again, we're going to check the distance to the next piece of cover.
So from Jesse's current location, the front of his base puts him 9.5 inches away from the cover.
9.5 inches. So that's beyond Jesse's quickness, even when he's focused it. So in this instance, we are going to try for a dash. Now, a dash costs an additional action point, but rather than +2 like you get from focus, this adds a random amount to his quickness. And in this case, we're going to roll a 10-sided dice. We're going to half it, rounding up, and that will be the amount that Jesse gets to add to his quickness. So good luck, Will.
So let's see what I roll for Jesse. He's got a 2.
Awesome.
So
right, okay. So Jesse's rolled a 2. So we're going to half that. That gives us 1. So obviously Jesse has tripped over at the last minute and gets to move, rather than 6 inches of quickness, he gets to move 7 inches. So if you'd like to do that, Will.
So Jesse is going for the box, 7 inches, leaves him dead in the open.
Right, so that brings us to the end of our first video. In the next tutorial, we're going to be having a look at combat actions, and in particular, we're going to be looking at shooting, and I think Jesse is in a pretty bad place for that.
He's caught in the open, and it's not looking good.
Thank you very much, guys.